Well, our target member Timo has just put up a video of him playing the introduction to Stairway to Heaven, and by Led Zeppelin, of course, from the fourth album. Timo, that is fabulous. I love your timing is great. I mean, it sounds like you've been working with the metronome, and you've been working on playing and keeping in time and not speeding up through parts when there are long pauses in there. You make sure that you wait the right amount of time. That's killer. Two or three things that you can work on. The first is your right hand. You have really good control. You are using. You're using every right finger in the right place. Work on turning your wrist a little bit more now, just to get your thumb out in front of your index finger, and meaning further down the neck like that, not so much like this. You don't want your thumb inside your hand like this. You want your thumb outside your hand, or again closer to your left. And the reason is when you're playing, it's not such a big deal in Stairway to Heaven, but there are times when you'll need to play your thumb and your index finger on adjacent strings, or frequently, or sometimes even the same string very quickly. And if your thumb and finger are, if you're like this, they're going to run into each other, and you're going to have problems playing those notes very rapidly. Or especially if it's on the same string. So what you could do is just a little test. Make sure that you got a little bit of a bend in your wrist like this, and practice playing your thumb and your index finger on a string, and they're working like this. Your thumb is playing closer to further up the neck, or further closer to the neck, and your first finger is playing closer to the bridge. And you want to make sure that you can get that kind of action going on the strings. One place to just watch out, and I'm not sure if this was just a little mistake that you know about, or when you finish the first line and you have the slide. Goes the eighth fret, goes to F, what am I thinking? And now every chord up to this point has had 4 eighth notes on it, and the next one is no exception, except that the 4 notes you play on the first chord again are not the first 4, same as they were the first time. The first time you play the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. After the slide, you play the 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd, and not the 1st, because that was the 4 notes. So we only have room in there for 4 notes. So the 1st string doesn't get hit until the pinch that happens after that. So, and you, again, you may know this. I know you don't want to go out and like shoot 85 takes to just make sure that one comes up. So if you're already on top of this, that's great. But this is a spot I have to point out to people very frequently. It is not this. That was one too many notes. It's this. It's a change. So you never get to the first string until you're ready, until you've changed the chord shapes down here, until you're onto the second chord. So anyway, I love the fact you're putting up videos. Actually, I love the fact that everybody's putting up videos. It gives me something to do, but it's also really neat to see how people are doing with all these songs. So man, you have come a long way in a really short amount of time. Congratulations.